I mean, you can see this is all scratched up where he's dropped it. That paint's all scraped up there. This is all sticky. Let me get to the other side. I mean, you can see the foot pad. It's just covered with gunk. It's all up here on the column, you know, all up here. I haven't, looked on this side a whole lot, but just look at that. You know, he's just been abusing the crap out of this. It's even up here on the seat post. You know, he's just been driving along. This thing is just covered in stickiness. He's just been driving along, and every day, not even hosing it down with a garden hose, or wiping it down with a rag. Just driving the crap out of it. Now, that key is replaceable. Right there. I can get another charge. That key, that switch and key is only like about $10. Another battery charger for this is another $25. If I have to go that route. I'm to the point now where the only way I'm releasing this scooter to them is if they come up with a $280 in cash in full. And they better do it soon, because it's the 20th right now, and they've had since September the 11th to come up with some kind of money for this. And you can see how much he's used it. And to try to do that guilt thing, oh, I use it for going back and forth to work. Well, you should have cut down on maybe one pack of cigarette, one beer, a week, and save that up and paid a down deposit on this thing, or, secured what you found was a useful means of transportation. Instead, no. You thought I'm an old man. I'm easy. You can take advantage of me. Your mama I'm just like your mama. I'm going to let you get away with anything. I'm not your mama. I'm not your mama. I'm not your bitch. You played me long enough. You're not playing me anymore. Now, I'm still debating whether I'd even sell it to him. I'm gonna say, you know what? Because I gave him until this weekend to come up with a payment. He hasn't knocked on my door. He hasn't, since he came up and got his crap back, hasn't said shit. And they've been down there. I can hear him belching every night. I smell the cigarettes coming up. So, I have no incentive to help them out now. All I want is my crap back, and I will get it back, or it will cost them. It'll cost them more than $40 if I have to resort to that. I mean, I'm just going to tell them, why are you being a jerk? This is obviously not working out. I can back out of any contract that I've done, especially when I haven't been paid. You obviously don't know how to treat property that's been loaned to you. This is not a good example. Oh, I was going to clean it up. No, this is accumulated, man. This is just not one isolated incident here. This has been happening for a while. I don't care how people treat their own personal property. I don't care what they do with it. But when it's my property, yeah, I have a say in it. And to see this go on every day, it was just festering in me when it was building up. It was like, man, that guy's playing you. That guy's playing you. And it's like, no, it's for his mom. It's going to work out. He's going to get a car or something, and then it's going to get back to normal. No, it's only going to get worse. So anyways, yeah. Here, try to drive off with a Jeep with a dead battery and a scooter locked to the steering wheel, right? And this also has steering lock too that's built into the key, but still, yeah, if it costs me $40 more to learn my lesson, then I think it's a valuable, a well-learned lesson, and you have to learn how to place your trust in people. Not all people are trustworthy, It's just kind of a simple thing, but, we're social beings. If somebody's your neighbor and they're in need, it's just a natural instinct of at least most Americans is to try to help out your fellow neighbor, you know. But when you're living in an apartment complex and you don't know who your neighbors really are, even if they're older, you know, it's not a plague of the younger generation. You can't sit there and say, well, only young people are, you know, jerks and everything. No, there are a lot of older people that should have learned by their 40s, you know, responsibility and care of other people's property and stuff like that. And instead, all they've learned is, hey, I can take advantage of this person. Well, not anymore, motherfucker. There's an intruder in here. Woke up, found a homeless person in my Jeep. What are you doing back here, homeless person? Sniffing? I was going to pull this out and look at it. I guess it's not too bad, huh, Shadow? That was going to be your scooter. He goes, this is my scooter? Alright. It's my scooter. Well, you can't get up here because it's all sticky right now. I'm going to have to clean that off. Just surveying the damage. Which is mostly... I'm disgusted at that, but... all that basket is... You have to have surgical gloves to touch it. But this right here, the switch is held on by 1, 2, 3, 4 Phillips head screws. Then that switch comes out, and I believe it's just a 2-position switch, on and off. And so until I get the keys for it, I'm gonna hotwire it because it's my scooter. I'm gonna take this apart and see if I can't insert my own little manual switch in there, and then I will get my keys, my instruction manual. See, he don't want to do a scooter ride today. And I just want to lay out in the middle of the road, huh? That's nice. But yeah, I'm gonna get my pliers. I'm gonna mess with this because at one time I dropped the key. I was at a grocery store, I dropped the key, and I started to try to pick this, and even though it looks like it's simple, when you don't have the proper tools and everything, it isn't that simple. So anyways, I'm going to put this back in here, and I'm going to come out and play with it. Yeah, there's 4 screws right there, and the good thing about that sticky thing is the screws don't go anywhere when you set them down. But it does have... You have to have an Allen key for this side. But what I really wanted to do is just look back here, spread the housing, and it's 4 wires, which is what I needed to know. There's a red, a blue, a pink, and a yellow in there. Right. So if I had to, I'd take these mirrors off, take that off, and do that. It's one of these type of bolts. Undo that hex head. Undo this one. Slip this thing apart. It's just a clamshell, you know, attachment. And replace it, you know, if I have to. Right now I'm just going to leave it like that. And I'm going to go and get me some alcohol. I've already got a rag, and I'm going to start cleaning this mess up. And I'll be happier when I see it cleaned up. I'll still be pissed off, but I'll be happier. Because, you know, yeah, my Jeep is dirty, but, you know, I don't drive it around. It's been sitting here, and it's my Jeep. There we go. That's the update. Hi. This reminds me of Pulp Fiction. You know, every time I took, it's like, Man, I'm gonna never forgive your ass. This is some repugnant shit. And then he gives me something, you know, well, Jules, we all gotta do, and he goes, as a matter of fact, what am I doing back here? Your ass is back here on brain detail. I'm gonna go up front and do the windows. But every time I touch that sticky stuff, man, it just, oh. I used rubbing alcohol at first, now I'm using Totally Awesome. This stuff is totally, I don't know if it's totally awesome, but it smells a lot better than stale beer or soda or dried up Chad. Dried up Chad. You don't want to get that anywhere around you. It smells like crap. And it's really hard to get off these wires too. And the basket's all scratched up. This side's got a scratch on it. Looks like the right side was the one that was dropped the most. The disc brake pads are okay. It looks like he hasn't totally run those down yet. But, yeah. No. I ain't selling it, man. Before, if I had any lingering doubt, cleaning this up changed my mind, man. You know, unless within, I don't know, this weekend, they come up with the full amount, forget it. You ain't getting it. I'll give them this weekend because I said a payment, but now it's got to be the full payment, and even then, I don't want to send the scooter to a fate like that, man. Get your own shit and mess it up. You're not messing mine up anymore. Anyways, yeah, there you go. It's not completely over. The saga's not completely over. I still need to get my controller and my key, my switch, and I even gave him a manual. I'm getting that back too. I'm getting all that stuff back because I'm in the right and they're in the wrong. This is as clean as I can get it for right now. Like I said, every time I touch it, I just get pissed. But now at least I can grab this and release it without having to wash my hands again from it being so sticky. And I'm just going to leave it right here. Chained to the Jeep on the outside. So if anybody wonders, hey, where'd that scooter go? His lie is going to have to fit this. You know, if he's going to say, oh, somebody stole it. Or, you know, anyway, there you go. I'm learning my lesson the hard way. It was usually the way I learn my lessons. Make sure my Jeep is locked. Yeah, it's locked. The other side's locked. So there you go. Tisk, tisk, tisk. That's all I gotta say. Tisk, tisk, tisk.